Good morning. We are going to look at Romans 6:19, continuing the themes of our discussion about sin and how it enslaves us and how we need to be slaves to righteousness and the presentation of ourselves to that end. Verse 19 says, I am speaking in human terms because of your natural limitations. That's kind of, in a way, kind of humorous. Because you're not going to get all the deep spiritual things, Paul says, I'm going to speak to you with human analogies. For just as you once presented your members as slaves to impurity, remember, members here is your body, your physical parts, and to lawlessness, leading to more lawlessness, so now present your members as slaves to righteousness, leading to sanctification. So the emphasis on this verse is what comes next by the seeds that you sow. So the implication is if you sow seeds of unrighteousness, it's going to lead to further unrighteousness and lawlessness. So lawlessness leads to lawlessness, and conversely, opposite, when you sow to righteousness, it leads to, and the word that Paul uses is sanctification. Sanctification has to do with the setting apart of yourself, or God's setting apart of you. So the idea here is that there's a setting apart that happens progressively as a result of you sowing seeds of righteousness. Think about it like you're building a wall of holiness, and by brick, and you're sowing those seeds, or rather here you're placing those bricks one on top of the other, and you're building, as it were, progressively a holy life, a sanctified life. Now, the doctrine of sanctification has three aspects to it. The first is that when you came to Christ, you were positionally set apart. You were the reality of what happened to you, and that's what was discussed actually in the first part of Romans 6. You were set apart in that to the Lord. You were buried with Christ in the likeness of his death, raised to walk in newness of life. As you're raised, you have eternal life. You're set apart, positionally sanctified. Secondly, you walk in newness of life. You are being progressively sanctified, and that's what this verse is speaking of. Slaves to righteousness, leading to being set apart to him. And then ultimately, you'll experience what's called perfect or ultimate or final sanctification. You'll be fully set apart to him in glory once this body of sin, as it were, is done away with. So, my challenge to you today is live righteously in all of your choices, because every choice you are setting up a movement of progressively being more and more set apart to Christ. May the Lord bless you.